Could you feed your family for just $40 a week? We challenge 2 households to have the cost of their supermarket shop, and the results may surprise you. The average household spends $83.60 each week on food and drink. The Hayward family from South Lincolnshire and the Kynestons from Manchester had to make their 40 shop last 1 working week. UK households throw away around 19 billion of food every year. Challenge underlined idea that eating healthily costs more. Read more. http://article-3million131,400/feed-family-just-40-week-challenge-2-40-week-challenge-2-40-week-challenge-2-have-cost-super-market-shop-result-40-UH mail online Follow us at Mail Online on Twitter, Vertical Bar Daily Mail on Facebook. The cost of living is on the rise again, so how can you squeeze every last penny out of your weekly shop? With some careful planning and clever shopping, money experts say it's entirely possible not just to trim your shopping bills, but to slash them by as much as half, eating well on just $40 a week for a family of 4. Last year, the average household spent $83.60 on food and drink each week, with the figure rising to $96 when alcohol and tobacco were included, according to the Office for National Statistics (ONS). Read more. http://dailymail.co.uk/family/food/article-3million131,400/could-feed-family-just-40-week-challenge-2-40-dash-cost-super-market-shop-results-surprise-you.html number IXZZ3DN757P. Follow us at Mail Online on Twitter, Vertical Bar Daily Mail on Facebook. Money-saving website AO.com says keeping a careful eye on how much you throw away. Food wastage costs the UK around 19 billion a year, is key to shaving pounds off your household budget. A spokesman for AO.com told FEMAIL, food waste is a big problem, and it's one that is so easy to ignore, especially with supermarket shelves packed high with affordable items. However, a few changes to the way you shop for food, and use it once it's in your kitchen, can ensure you get the most from your weekly shop. Can a family of 4 really enjoy eating on just $40 a week though? We challenged 2 working households, the Haywards, from South Lincolnshire, and the Kynestons, from Manchester, to see just how they could eat on half their usual budget. Read more. http://dailymail.co.uk/family/food/article-3million131,400/could-feed-family-just-40-week-challenge-2-have-cost-super-market-shop-result-40-UH mail number IXZZ3DN7FIGPOO. Follow us at Mail Online on Twitter, Vertical Bar Daily Mail on Facebook. The Haywards. Sarah, 37, Dad Martin, 33, and their 2 daughters Amelia, 4 and Harriet, 1, live in South Lincolnshire. The family usually spends between $60 and $80 on food. Sarah says the family's normal weekly shop comes to $70, although this could fluctuate between $60 and $80 if alcohol or expensive cleaning products were needed. We thought the challenge would be easy if we gave the task proper planning and forethought. We throw away far too much food, mainly veg and potatoes, and we feel guilty for it, she says. Dad Martin adds, 40 is a realistic amount for a family of 4 to spend, but you have to give up the luxury foods. Interestingly though, we actually felt like the shop was a little unhealthier than usual because we had to buy less fruit and mince with the higher fat percentage. Trickier challenges included coming up with ideas for how to use the food as the weekend neared, says Martin. The hardest meal was the handmade burgers on Friday, not because of the complexity of the recipe, but because we were running out of ideas. We had originally planned to have jacket potatoes with beans and cheese on Friday, but we used the potatoes up with the stew on Tuesday. We miscalculated on our weekly meal plan. Read more. http www.dailymaild.co.uk/family/food/article-313100400/just-40-week-challenge-2-have-cost-super-market-shop-result-have-cost-super-market-shop-result-3D-N7 IAC Follow us at Mail Online on Twitter, Vertical Bar Daily Mail on Facebook. The Kynastons. Mums Karen, 53, and Kate, 52, and their two daughters Xian, 13, and Katrin, 11. The Kynaston family noted a distinct difference in cost between conveniently packaged vegetables or loose. Karen said, "The challenge has opened our eyes to what we can buy for meals for the week if we plan ahead, choose carefully, i.e. buying loose items rather than packaged, and by taking a calculator and sticking to a list." Pre-packaged bananas, for example, cost 26p more per bunch than loose ones. However, they did miss out on some usual extras. "We missed Baby Bale's cheeses, tube yogurts, and All Pro Soya milk." Early on in the week, the girls said they were hungrier than usual after their lunch. "Knowing what we have left over, we would have chosen more of some things and less of others to ensure the girls had plenty in their lunch boxes. We had to add an extra roll to their lunches to get around that," she says. Read more. http www.dailymaild.co.uk/family/food/article-3million131,400/just-40-week-challenge-2-households-have-cost-super-market-shop-results-have-cost-super-market-shop-results-have-dash-cost-super-market-shop-result-u.html number IX-ZZ3DN7K3LGB. Follow us at Mail Online on Twitter, Vertical Bar Daily Mail on Facebook. While both families found they had to reduce the amount of food purchased and miss out on some treats, they did not have to compromise on the quality. Most of their shopping was supermarket-branded produce, but not the cheapest option available. However, unhealthier alternatives turned out cheaper. How did they make the food last? Making food stretch was another method both families tried to ensure they had enough for the week. "We found that if we didn't overeat in the evening, we could stretch those meals out so we had enough for lunches the following day," Sarah Hayward said. The Haywards also did their shopping into installments to ensure the food purchased was fresh. Sarah confirmed, "We did a small shop at the co-op, as we find the bread is fresher and lasts longer than Tesco. We also bought stewing steak from Co-op, as the beef in Tesco only had 2 days until the use-by date, whereas Co-op had 5 days. Breaking your shopping up can also help ensure the freshness of the food and save you money if you're strict about what you are buying when you get into the store. Read more. http www.dailymaild.co.uk/family/food/article-3million131,400/just-40-week-challenge-2-households-have-cost-super-market-shop-results-have-dash-cost-super-market-shop-result-3D-N7MBDX1. Follow us at Mail Online on Twitter, Vertical Bar Daily Mail on Facebook. Was there any waste? Did the families run out of certain items early on, or was there food left over at the end of the week? "We ran out of cucumber on Wednesday," the Haywards confirmed, "and we had some carrots left over, 1 potato, and a tin of baked beans." Kate Kynaston said, "We ran out of crisps and plum tomatoes by Thursday, and then ran out of milk on Friday morning." The total food left over included 1.5 kgs of frozen veg and a whole packet of frozen mash. "We also had 350 g of porridge oats and a sachet of custard powder, but these items will be used. We used up all the fresh fruit and vegetables, meat, eggs, and milk within the week." Read more. http www.dailymaild.co.uk/family/food/article-3million131,400/just-40-week-challenge-2-households-have-cost-super-market-shop-result-dash-surprise-u.html number IX-ZZ3DN7E265. Follow us at Mail Online on Twitter, Vertical Bar Daily Mail on Facebook.